recording. All right, guys, so we're going to get going. If I haven't met you yet, which I think I have everyone, my name's Landy Martin. I'm a 38K Pearl Director here at HBN. And I got involved with HBN a little bit over a year ago. And I was over $30,000 in debt and, struggling to make ends meet, paying for college for my older boy. And a year later, I'm debt-free. I have the debt paid off. So that is just amazing. I'm super excited for this team. I'm excited about where we're going. We have one of the fastest growing teams here at HBN, so holla! So I want to say that network marketing can be your ticket. It can be your ticket for, establishing that long-term residual income that you're after, or retirement, replacing your job. Maybe you're just looking to make an extra couple $100 a month. It can be that for you. It really is up to you, okay? So whatever you are here for, you are here for a reason. You answered, a call or a question from somebody and you were like, yeah, hey, maybe I'm interested in that. So you're here for a reason. So real quick, I just want you guys, write down one big goal, one big thing that you want to do with HBN. Make sure you've written that down. And then I also want you, I'm letting people in real quick. Rindy, hi Rindy. So once you write down that one big goal, and Randy, if you'll just go ahead and hit mute. Welcome to the meeting. So good to see you here. If you will write down that goal, and then if you will, write down, what is achieving that goal going to do for you? Maybe your goal is to buy a plot of land where you could grow vegetables and, have your own livestock or whatever. What is getting that big plot of land going to do? What is that going to provide for you? Freedom, whatever it is you're after, like get to the bottom of why you want to do this business. Because if you don't know why you're doing it, it's really pointless. You're not really going to know what you're doing or why you're doing it. So please figure that out. Put some thought into it. It's more important than you think. And, so many people, they don't write down their goals. They don't know where they're going. And if you don't know where you're going, you're bound to end up there. So I want you to get really clear on your vision, like crystal clear. Like you've got to really, really know what you want and have it like down to the penny, how much money you want to make and things like that. So that is the very first step. So speaking of network marketing and how this can be your vehicle to get there, network marketing pays out $200 million a day in commissions. And that's a lot of money. So, you really just need to ask yourself, how much of that do you want to make? How much of that do you want in your pocket? We are founding members here at HBN, and there will be many millionaires made in this company in the years to come. So get clear on what you want and find out how much of that piece of the pie you want. If you're new to HBN or you're invited to this call, then I want you to know that HBN is a debt-free company. It went debt-free, quicker than Starbucks. It specializes in organic products that, like CBD, superfoods, pet care, skin care, biominerals, other things. We have like 80 products, guys. There's something here for everyone at HBN. All of our products are third-party tested. They are free of heavy metals and pesticides. They're gluten-free, cruelty-free. So we've got the products. The products are top-notch. And, the other thing we have here is the timing. I was talking about how we're founding members here and we're in at the right time. And that really does make a difference when you want to build a bigger team because not everybody has heard of HBN. It's not one of these companies that's been around 30 years. It's not saturated. It's fresh. It's new. It's exciting. We're talking about Ayurvedic medicine and herbs and all this stuff that's so hot right now, you guys. CBD, all these things. People are finally waking up. We're actually undergoing this great awakening where people are realizing that pharmaceutical pills are hurting them, that they're not really helping them and they're causing other problems. And they're actually on the hunt for what we have. So we have a solution that they need. So just remember that. You have something great. You're doing somebody a favor when you share it with them. Now, real quick, I want to unmute. I don't see Grace. Grace, I think, was going to do a testimony. Maybe she couldn't get on, but I will unmute Gloria Ann Giovanelli. Always get tongue twisted on your name. I call her Glow. She's glowing all the time. She hit 5K silver. I think she's only like one away from gold, so she's really tearing it up. Such an inspiration to everybody. And so, Glow, if you don't mind, will you just pick a product that's your favorite and just give a testimony? And I'm going to look at my phone. It's blowing up. So.
Sure. I I actually have trouble picking one because I really do use the products. Everything that I was using before, I replaced with HB Naturals products because they just work better. But I'm going to talk about iron today. One of the things that can happen, and a lot of women and children can be iron deficient, is you can have energy problems. Um, like improper thinking, confusion problems, fuzzy thinking, low energy, and protein absorption issues. And I had been getting blood tests done for a while, and the doctors kept saying, your protein, you're not absorbing your protein properly. And also, they were noticing that my hemoglobin was always low. And it didn't really matter what supplements or what food I was taking before, my levels would sort of come up and come back down. But since I've been taking this iron, my energy is amazing. I have great mental clarity. And I can't say because I haven't had my protein levels tested yet, but I would absolutely notice a difference in my muscle tone since I've been on the iron. And my guess is that I am absorbing my protein better. I can't say for sure, but I feel better in my energy and strength.
Awesome, Glorianne. Thank you so much for that testimony. And I love our products. They're what makes HBN so special, really. We really have good products. And Grace, I don't know if she can't get on or what, but she was going to do a testimony tonight. And then I'm getting messages that people are being told they need a user ID. I don't know if it's what it is, but they're clicking and trying to get in and can't get in. Leave it to Zoom, right? So I'm going to give a testimony on my favorite product, which is Mind, Body, Soul. And I started using this about a year ago, and it just gets better every day. It helped me so much with my ankle and knee pain that I was having just from doing college sports. And it helped so much with the inflammation. It also helped me with my digestion. I was having a difficult time just digesting, and I was depressed after I lost my mother, who's my very best friend. And that product just helped me so much. It helped lift my mood, and I take it every day. I love that product. So that's my favorite product. So I want to jump in real quick. Just talk about a couple of things that were requested that we, not knowing what to say, okay? Sometimes people are like, what do I say? How do I share this opportunity? It's one of the biggest things we struggle with. Because most of the time we're kind of worried about the response we might get. And so I want you to know you really are just a professional pointer. We don't have to be a product expert. You don't have to be a comp plan expert or an HBN expert, because I'm going to tell you, don't be that, because when you're talking to people and if you talk too much and you know too much and you know every ingredient of every product, they're going to think, oh gosh, I'm going to have to learn every ingredient of 80 products. I could never do that. I could never do that. So we don't want to scare people off. We just want to point them to a third-party tool. So we want to keep it simple, because simple is duplicable, and knowing everything is not duplicable. So that makes sense. So just some examples, and then what I'm going to do is unmute Miss Debbie Gouffre, and let her tell you a couple of texts that are working good for her lately. I'm just going to give you a couple of ideas. You could say, hey Deb, do you or anybody you know drink coffee, at least on occasion? Okay, now it's yes, no, or they're not going to respond. Okay, so we got to quit worrying about what somebody's going to say or do when we send out a text. We just need to ask. Okay, we've got to get the exposures done, because the exposures are going to be what make us money. We got to share it, or nobody's going to buy it, right? So we just ask them, do you or anybody you know drink coffee? They're going to respond yes, no, or maybe, right? So if they say yes, you're going to ask them next, what's your favorite brand of coffee? And this could be a face-to-face meeting or a text even. And when they tell you, Starbucks, which is probably what they're going to say, you could just ask them, when's the last time, Starbucks paid you for trying their coffee or telling somebody else about their coffee, or, ordering their coffee or paying for it. They're probably going to say never. So then you could just say, what if I told you there's a company that would pay you every time that you drank, bought, or referred someone for coffee? Would that maybe be something you would be interested in, or maybe you would be wanting to try their coffee? You just ask them. And I think somebody just came back in. Hi, Nichelle. So that's just a simple way. At that point in time, you're going to point to the third-party tool. Okay, you're going to send them a link to the coffee. You're going to give them a sample. That can, if you're in person, give them a sample. That's one of the best third-party tools you can use, is giving somebody a sample. Because if they try that coffee, they're going to love it. They're going to get addicted, and they're going to probably order. Every time I've given somebody a Nova sample, they have ordered. I will tell you that. Anytime I've done it in person. So samples are a really effective way of doing that. So, another thing you can do is send that quick text that says, hey, Deb, do you have a quick minute? Okay, now if somebody knows you, they're probably going to say, what you got? Hey, what do you need? What you got? They might not get back to you right away, but most people will respond if you just say, hey, do you have a quick minute? So what you're doing there is you're just qualifying that they actually have the time to talk to you, because we want them to engage a little bit. We don't just want to send a link. So, when they respond back, you just say, thanks for getting back to me. I'm looking for people who are on a mission to lose some weight. I've been losing some weight. I've found something that really works, and I am looking for people who are interested in losing weight. Could you do me a favor and pass this on to them? You can, at that point, attach a link to Slimmer or Slimmer Oil or something like that. So that can be a business announcement text. You're not really asking them to do it. You're just saying, hey, I'm on a mission. If you know anybody who wants to lose weight, please share this with them. So what's that going to do? It's going to get them on your website. It's going to pique curiosity. And they may even refer their mom or their sister or somebody they actually know who does want to lose weight. So again, what are we doing? At the end of the day, we are making exposures and we're pointing to a third-party tool. Okay, a couple of phrases I want to mention, and then I'm going to go to Debbie. If I, would you? This is a really good one. If I dropped a sample by your house today, would you try it? If I sent you a link with a short video about what I'm doing, would you watch it? If I, would you? Anything like that is really good. It lowers resistance and it kind of makes people more receptive. So another phrase you can use, would it be okay if, and I think, Glow, did you put something in the chat? Y'all might look at what she put in the chat. Would it be okay if, and you're asking permission, and you would be surprised how much this lowers rejection and lowers resistance. Hi, Jess. Would it be okay if I sent a quick video over about what I'm doing? Would it be okay if I shared a product with you that's really working for me? Would it be okay if I gave you a call this afternoon and shared something with you that I'm really excited about? Just would it be okay if? Okay, those are just two great phrases that I use a lot that are, they come from Big Al. I didn't make them up, okay? Big Al's a multimillionaire in the industry, and these are some of his phrases. So I'm going to unmute Miss Debbie. And like I said, Debbie, I'm so excited for you. She hit gold yesterday, 5K gold. So you've done such an amazing job. And Debbie started with me, not right when I started, but pretty quick. I would say, a couple of months after I did. And she's just been going ever since and just really, really doing well. So Deb, if you'll just share a couple of texts that you've used lately that you get good results from, that'd be awesome.
Well, yours are a lot better and they're a lot shorter than mine, but
No.
These are the 3 different ones that I've used, but I haven't got the no reply. I've gotten, yeah, right, or okay, tell me more, that type of thing. But this one, I send a text to like my Facebook friend contacts, like people I've gone to school with and so forth. So that I've got a relationship with. And I just say, hi, Sue. How are you and your family doing this summer? I'm reaching out to see if you'd be open to taking a look at my home business, either as a way to add some extra cash flow to your household, or maybe just get healthier. If you're open, I'll send you over a link so you can tour our company and see if you like what you see. Hope you have an amazing day. And I get good responses with that. So, but those are, like I said, they're established, friends from wherever. And these I sent out, actually, I just tried this because I sent this out to a couple PEMs yesterday. It says, hello, I know you requested some information about working from home, because I'll do the welcome email and then they'll come back to me and they'll say, I'm not interested in a business. So I go back to them and I say, I know you requested some information about working from home. Maybe you're not interested in a business at this time to make extra money. That's fine, as it's not for everyone. Everyone does need to take care of their health, though. And today only, I'm offering you a gift card for $25 and free products to try. Just reply yes, and it's yours. Here's to a healthier you. And I've had good results with that one. So, but like I said, they're a little lengthy, but they're their texts. So, and then I'm looking to expand my business. Do you have 30 to 60 minutes a day to earn extra income? We have free training support, and we are paid in real time. Bonuses and advancements are available for you too. Let's make your dreams become your reality. And then I just put my number so they can text me back. That's it.
I love it. I like that you type a little bit more and give a little more information, and that's working. And whatever works, you guys. It's everybody. It's trial and error sometimes. With who you're talking to, depending on if it's someone you know well or if it's somebody you don't know. It just makes a difference. What you can say. So those are great ideas. If anybody's wondering what to say, get back in touch with any of us, and we'll help you with that for sure. So I want to talk about real quick. The value of being on 25 CV. These are just some things you guys told me to cover tonight on the call. Maintaining 25 CV, guys, if times get tough and you can't maintain that 100 CV to qualify to earn those star bonuses, be sure you're at least getting that 25 CV, because what that's going to do for you is going to hold that volume. If you're not active at least 25 CV, all that volume under you flushes. So, and I can tell you that people who joined a year ago that just have kept active have, like, some of them over $100,000 in volume. So it's very important to maintain and stay active, stay in here for the long haul. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was a successful career. So, stay active, and keep ordering each month, at least at 25 if you can't do the 100. Of course, we recommend the 100 for all the leaders. So, Deb, did I cover that okay? Was there anything else on that, or Glow? Okay. All right. Did I get it, Michelle? I think I did. So 25, that's the reason. It's for volume. That's really the main reason. Okay, real quick, I am going to talk about 5 things you can do on social media to grow your influence, and to just, maybe you're not even sure how to market at all on social media, and I'm going to go over some just basics. Then I'm going to turn it over to social media expert Michelle Carroll. She's a 5K Gold, and she nails it on social media. She does an amazing job. She's an influencer. So I'm going to let her close out the call. How are we doing on time? Yeah, we're good. It's only 7:20. So I'm going to talk about these 5 things, and then I'm going to let her close out the call with her amazing self. So the very first thing you're going to do is you are going to make sure that you have a picture of yourself in your profile. Okay? And this is very important, particularly when you are dealing with people who do not know you. Because if they think it's a scam and they go to your Facebook page and it's just a picture of a pig or a horse, they might think, oh, there's Grace, hi. Hopefully we'll be able to get back and get you your testimony. I'm glad you made it on. Anyway, so we want to make sure that picture is of ourselves. We want it to be smiling, inviting, not frowning, not unhappy, preferably not with your face covered or anything like that. How to say that in today's world. But so make sure the pictures of you, that it's inviting. Also, I would recommend you set your profile to public. We're in business. We want to grow our network. We want to market. So if you're really closed off and nobody can see anything when they go to check you out, then, people join people. They don't join companies. They really do. They may have seen something like, oh, yeah, I want to make some extra money or something, and then they put their information in. But no, they're going to check you out, okay? They're going to go to your page and see, hey, is this somebody I want to work with? That's going to be the biggest deciding factor if somebody joins you or not. It's probably not going to be the products or whatever, because you can join anybody anywhere with products. So make sure that your profile is inviting and it's of you. Your featured pics. You have some featured pics on your profile. I think there's 7, 8, 9 of them. Make sure those tell a story kind of about who you are. If you're into certain things, maybe you love food and recipes, have some pictures of pretty food. Your family, if you want. If you're private about your family, you can make all of that private. You don't have to go public with all your kids and stuff. You don't have to do that. There's settings inside Facebook where you can fix all that. So make sure it tells a story. If you're an activist, maybe you got some pictures of you doing that. Just make sure when somebody comes to your page, they see the story about what you're about. They want a little glimpse into your life. Make sure your header up on top of your Facebook page is something inspirational, something that just tells people about you, no matter what it is. If you love animals, it could be of animals. So on that picture, just not your profile picture. Okay, The second thing you need to do is be consistent. Okay, consistency. Facebook does not show every post to everyone. So I want to say, I still have people joining. We're almost done. Okay, so Facebook does not show every post to everyone. So I just want to tell you, you have to be consistent. You have to always, be posting on a regular basis, preferably once a day. Because I will tell you, people have to see things 7 to 17 times before they will make a move. And that shocks a lot of people. But I'll explain it to you like this. Why do you think you see the same Instagram ad over and over again of the girl doing the curl in her hair or whatever? Why do you think you see McDonald's commercials? They've been around how long and they're still doing commercials? That's because they understand marketing. You have to stay in front of people. You have to stay out there or they just forget about you. Attention spans are too short. So we want to be consistent, okay? So make sure that you are posting on a regular basis. Make sure that you realize that if you put something out there, you're not being rejected. Sometimes it's just because Facebook does not show it to people, okay? So the more you're interacting with your friends and going to profiles that you're not normally going to, the more Facebook will show your stuff to those people. So keep that in mind as well. The other thing I want to say about this is when you do make a Facebook post, do not put your link with it. Facebook won't show that. If you put a link, especially to an affiliate site, it's actually against their community rules. They can shut you down for doing that. So we don't want to do that. And the other thing is people don't really like to see that because it's very salesy. And people come to kind of look and shop and be, curious, but they don't necessarily come to be sold to constantly. So focus on value over everything else. Just provide value in your post. Offer some education, some information, and don't have it be just a long list of products because that's going to get boring and monotonous. And Facebook likes original content. So when you tell a story or you post something that's never been posted, they're going to show it to more people, just so you know that. Okay, so number 3, you're going to spend 10 minutes a day adding new friends and joining groups. Anybody can carve out 10 minutes a day. Now, this is if you want to market on social media. If you don't, then obviously this doesn't apply to you. But add at least, 5 to 10 friends a day. It's not that hard to do. Facebook, if you go to your news feed, will at the bottom, kind of in the middle, it'll show you suggested friends. If you have every friend in common or you think they're already in the business, you can add them. I'm just saying you wouldn't prospect to them, obviously. But the idea here is to grow your network and beyond your own friendship circle. And you can just add those suggested friends and get acquainted. Just say, hey, thanks for the ad. I look forward to learning from you. Or you can even go to their profile, check them out, see if it's somebody you want on, that might be a good prospect. I mean, that's the great thing about Facebook is you can go and stalk people and find out what they're into and whether or not you think they would be good for your business. So you want to do that. And you also want to send some happy birthdays out to everybody on your Facebook list. Facebook lets you know about that. So that's an easy, done for you marketing thing that you can do. Now, number 4 is going to be follow-up. Now, this is almost as important as I say the consistency in posting. Follow-up, typically, they are going to have to be followed up with 5 to 15 times on average, sometimes more than that. But 82% of sales occur after the 5th follow-up. So when I tell you that, you've got to get past that 5th number, okay? If you're just sending a link to somebody and then you're following up once and saying, hey, would you like a gift card to try that? And then you're never saying anything else, you're not getting to that 5th time. And a lot of times, guys, it's just people get busy. You're doing them a favor if you're following up. So you don't have to be annoying. You don't have to keep going and talking about the products. There's some subtle ways you can do this. So keep a list of everyone you talk to and the date that you talk to them. You can even jot down what product they were interested in. And then what you're going to do the first time you follow up is just say, do you have any questions about the product? Do you have any questions about the business? What did you like best with what I sent over? Did you see an opportunity for yourself here? That kind of thing. Any of those questions will work for that very first follow-up. Okay, and now after that, if they don't respond, which sometimes that happens, you can go to their profile and you're going to like and comment on their photos. It's really hard to ignore somebody that is interacting with you and loving all your photos. So I'm just saying it's a subtle way of reminding people, hey, I'm still here, without saying, without continuing, hey, you're going to buy that product, you're going to buy that product. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants that, right? So go like and comment on their photos, massage the relationship. At some point, you can go in, you can offer a gift card. Okay, I love using the gift cards as a follow up. That's another way. But I have to tell you, follow up until they buy or die. Don't be scratching people off your list just because they're not responding to you. Sometimes something came up in their life. Sometimes they just forgot. Things happen. So be sure that you're just keeping in touch as a friend, because it doesn't matter to you if they buy or not. You're still there. The other way of follow up in a subtle way is to just make sure you're consistent posting to your page, because every time they see a post, that's a follow up. They're like, oh, she's still doing that. Oh, she's still talking about that weight loss. Oh, that must work. She's still going on about it. So just be consistent. Okay, how are we doing on time? Okay, last one I have, and then I'm going to turn it over to Michelle so we can wrap this thing up, is number 5 is build your brand, okay? So find something you love that you're passionate about, okay, and then provide value around that topic and information around that topic. It could be anything. If you love animals, if you love golf, if you love knitting, gardening, cooking, any of those things, guys, join like-minded groups, provide value, talk about the things you love on your page. We all have a brand, whether you know it or not, whether you think you have one or not, you have one. And your brand is, what do people think of when they go to your page? Do they think, oh, that person's really into health, she loves, cooking? That person is an activist. I see that she goes to, she goes to rallies and stuff like that. Share humor, recipes, any tips on anything, things that provide value. That's what's going to bring your tribe to you. And the most important point I want to make on this is be authentic. Be yourself. Don't try to just be someone else or mimic someone else. It's very important that you be yourself, because I want to tell you that God made you special, and you have something special to offer to your tribe. And they're out there and they will find you. So you just be yourself and pray about it, whatever, but just be offering that value, and those people will come. I love that book, Shoeless Joe, Build It and They Will Come, Build It and They Will Come. That's kind of how I feel about branding yourself on network marketing. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my dear friend, Michelle Carroll. She's amazing. She's Shell Marie on Facebook. If you're not following her, you need to, because she does an awesome job on stories. She's an amazing mother, and she's been with us not quite a year, but I was just so excited from the day one that she joined. We clicked. I knew it was going to be an awesome relationship, and she's amazing with her team. Her team loves her. So I am going to unmute her and let her give you some of her social media wisdom. All right, there you go. There you go.
Hey guys, thank you. Thank you. So just to roll off a little bit about what Landy was talking about with branding, branding yourself is really important. When people think of branding, they're like, well, we're HBN, and branding is what makes you you. Like for me, as Landy had mentioned before, I'm an activist. One of the things that I post a lot about is my son, Jaden. He had severe reactions to pharmaceuticals. I talk a lot about the genetic mutations because they're very common. Baby toddler puree, CBD, stuff that we use on a daily basis, and not necessarily things that we use. Like now I'm getting into, you probably hear him in the background. Now I'm getting into dehydrating food and making my own powders and stocking up for just nutritional stuff. So, you want to share basically your life story on Facebook, and you want to make it public. Certain things I don't post public, like about my children, and I will set that to friends only. But Landy had asked me to talk about stories. So I do love using stories because there's just so much you could do with stories. It's so different than just posting on Facebook. The stories, when you post, you could post videos, you could post pictures, you can add music to it. And it goes for 24 hours. You can set that to friends only. You can do it public. And what I like to do with stories is change it up. So I might post a picture of my kids, and then the next picture I'll post a product. And then the picture after that, I'll post a funny meme or something like that. You don't want to post 10 pictures of product or 20 pictures of your family right in a row, because then people will get bored looking at it. So you want to change it up. You want to add, the music and stuff like that to it. And what's really cool about the stories is you actually get to see who's viewing them. So if you click on the bottom, it'll pop up who is viewing your story. Now, some of them you won't be able to see if it's set to public. So you will have followers that are watching your story, which is pretty cool too. But you'll get to see who's following you from beginning to end. So if you have like 15 things up, and if you see the same person whose name is there from the first to the finish, you know that they're engaged in what you're posting in. And a lot of times what I do is I won't like reach out about the business or products or anything like that. I'll just reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? Like, just kind of talk about anything. Ask them, what their plans are for kids going back to school, and just basically start conversation. And then eventually it might not be in that conversation. It might be a few days later. It might be a couple weeks later. But chances are they're going to come back to you and they're going to say, hey, I remember seeing a couple weeks ago, you posted about something with weight loss or lymph detox. Can you tell me more about it? And, that's you building the relationship with that person. And I love using stories because I feel like a lot of times when I post things, it could be controversial. And a lot of times people click that unfollow button on my page. But you at least know who's following you on your stories, which is really cool because a lot of times I don't think certain people are following me, and then I see their name pop up in the stories. And that also helps boost your algorithms too. And like I said, for me, like I try not to let my stories run out. They go for 24 hours. And if I see them getting close to like one or two, I'll just add more and just keep it bumping. And I noticed that when I let my stories keep going and not run out, like I started at maybe like 30 or 40 views, but I've gotten up to like 400 or 500 views. It's going to expire, but it shows that you have a lot of people that are following, and just don't let them run out. Just keep adding to it. But I love using stories definitely because it does build different kind of engagement than it does on, posting to Facebook.
That is awesome, girl. And that is so true. Making sure they're watching it all the way through like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is when you comment on someone's story, it goes straight into their messenger, and that'll raise your algorithm too and get them over to your page. So it is 7:30. I don't want to go over, but I see Grace join. And Grace, do you want to give your testimony real quick and close this out with your product testimony? Let me hit unmute here. You want to close this out with a product testimony?
Sure, thanks.
Okay.
Sorry,
I couldn't hear you. You could hear me. I don't know why I kept repeating myself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, my favorite is lavender ice, really. I have another really close, but lavender ice I feel like is my magic potion in a little bottle that works for everything. And like for bug bites or headaches or muscle aches, really anything, and I really love it. But the second one, and I think the second one has worked for me so well because coffee for me was already an established habit, and habits are so hard to break and build. But because coffee was already an established habit, I've been most consistent with the coffee Nova and black seed oil in it. Like I said, because I was already doing it every day, and I've done that ever since they've released liquid gold as a thing together, and I love it. I don't, moms like to complain, I'm so tired today, and I was kind of used to saying I'm so tired, but when I'm about to say I'm so tired, I stop and think. I'm like, no, I'm really not tired, and I can't join the pity party of I'm so tired anymore.
Are you noticing that with the black seed in it, it gives you more energy, or what kind of things do you notice with the black seed in the coffee?
Energy, and just my brain just feels more awake. And even if I do get tired in the day, I can sleep for 10 minutes and wake up and I am going again for forever.
Yeah.
But I've noticed one side effect that I wasn't expecting, and I'm not sure what it's from, but I have a pretty bad varicose vein on my left leg, and it's not gone. It still looks bad, but it's been clearing up, and I don't know, I can't say what product it's from. I'm guessing the black seed oil from putting it in my coffee, because I don't just add, you guys all said on the group chat, like 5 drops was too much for you. You were bouncing off the walls with 5 drops in your coffee, and I put a dropper full in my coffee. And that doesn't make me bounce off the walls. That just, I don't know why. I'm just, my body can take a lot, I guess. I don't know. But my little varicose veins, there's the big bad ones, and all the scraggly little ones are like clearing away. And so that was something I wasn't expecting at all.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love hearing how these products, you know, they do things so many times. Like I've had people tell me they were doing the slimmer to lose weight, and they're like, well, you know, I didn't lose a whole lot of weight, but I'll tell you what it did do. It gave me tons of energy. I felt more focused. I just felt better. I was using the bathroom more regularly. And they're just so, what's cool about these products is they just improve your health. Like whatever it is your body needs to work on, like that black seed, it's going to find it and work on it, which is pretty awesome. So, you know, these products are so amazing here, you guys. So I want to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Grace, for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you getting on. So I am going to, I guess, end this call out, and hopefully my recording thing worked really, really well. So you guys, I appreciate you guys getting on, sharing, you know, what's working for you and all of that. And I look forward to meeting with you again next week. Y'all want to unmute and say bye?
Good night, Landy.
Thank you, everybody.
So I can hear everybody's voice.
Everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
I'm asking
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night. Good night. We're
Good
like the
night.
Waltons. Good night, Wendy.
Good night.
Bye.
Night,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oh, he waves. He waves.
Oh, he always waves at me. Say hi, Andy. Bye, you guys. Love you. Take care.